So I want to talk to y'all about masculine frame. So what is masculine frame? Masculine frame is basically where a man, my bad. Masculine frame is basically where a man knows how to manage and control his emotional impulses. And some men tend to lose control of their power, lose control of the situation that they're currently in. And being able to master frame, it takes a lot of emotional, I don't know why my phone keeps moving like that, but we're going to try and make it work, bro. Just bear with me. You know, men tend to lose their masculine frame when they do not have their bases covered. They don't have their emotions in check in dire situations. See, men who can, men have to be able to control their emotional impulse in order to become mentally strong, in order to become wiser, more of a free thinker, more of a, to attain more of an alpha mindset. I don't like to use the word alpha very too much because it's more of an internet term. But, you don't just wake up as a man one day or as a little boy or whatever. Like, you don't just wake up one day and, and happen to have masculine frame. Like, you don't just have that automatically given to you. Like, that shit has to really be worked on, developed. It has to be strengthened. You know what I'm saying? Certain situations have to happen to you. You have to be able to go through the trenches of life at a very young age. And fortunately for me, I've been dealt with a pretty shitty hand in my life, and I haven't had the best of fortunes in my life, but I've always managed to make the most out of my bad circumstances that I just so happened to be in. You know what I'm saying? And might as well just put it this way and shit. But you see, developing masculine frame, it happens when you are put through the most dire situations, right? And you're going to be put through tests in life, okay, whether you're spiritually woke or not, whether you're tuned into spirituality, whether you took the red pill or whatever, you are always going to be tested in life. The universe is always going to put obstacles in front of you for you to overcome. It's going to test your mental fortitude. It's going to test your mental capacity. How much of this can you take? Is this situation going to take you off your frame? Is this person going to take you off your frame? And when you know for sure of when you master masculine frame is when you have been put through a lot of shit in your life, and you've been put through the most, and you're still able to overcome all these obstacles that life has put in front of you. All these bad seasons that have happened to you. You can only maintain that masculine frame when you have actually been through the trenches, and you've overcome the trenches. But you see, that masculine frame is going to be tested, right? That masculine frame is going to be tested when you are put through dire situations, when you are put through the ringer, like how you were back in the past. Because that God's always going to test you. He's always going to test your mental fortitude to see if you can still maintain that frame. And let me tell y'all, man, it's very important nowadays to maintain your frame. So hold it and maintain it. In order to gain it, like I said, you have to be put through some shit. You gotta be put through the ringer of life. You gotta be taught some lessons that you never thought you'd be ever taught, right? You gotta experience certain shit. I don't wake up every morning smiling. I don't wake up every morning trying to be happy every day. Like, it's impossible to be happy and to be smiling every single day, because I can only balance out my life with the good and the bad, the light and the dark, the good, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the black and white. I can only balance my life through good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Through dark and light, because I have to be able to accept both sides of the spectrum. I have to be able to embrace both of these things, because I can't just expect good all the time. I can't expect negative all the time. I can't be negative and pessimistic all the time. I have to be in a level of like optimism. I have to operate on that frequency of my life, of just being optimal, because I have to always accept that this is going to happen. Good, bad shit is going to occur. But it's really up to you as a man on how you deal with the good and the bad. Y'all get what I'm saying? So, you have to maintain your masculine frame when shit does hit the fan. And a lot of YouTubers, once again, I ain't gonna name names, they have shown their hand. They try to portray this masculine alpha person, right? They try to portray that on the internet, right? But when some shit happens to them, and when real life smacks them across the face, they lose frame. They lose touch. They lose a part of themselves, bro, through the situation that they're in. And I get it. We all go through some shit. We all go through bad seasons. We all go through some storms where we do act out. We do tend to bug out at times and get a little emotional. I know what it's like. You know, at first, you know, in order to gain control and gain frame, I had to first lose frame. I had to first lose the frame. I had to first lose control of the situation that I was in order to gain control. And that comes with experience. That comes with knowing your emotions. That comes with monitoring and managing your emotions like a master. As you get older, you're only going to master your emotions, right? Based off the situation that you deal with. And some people make the mistake of trying to portray this character on YouTube, right? On their whole YouTube page, right? They try to portray something that they are not. They are not ready to be, because they have not endured the trenches. They have not actually grown from experience. I can sit here and say that when it comes to emotions, when it comes to dealing with my emotions, when it comes to how to control my emotions and going through situations and problems that actually mentally challenge me, I know what it's like to go through it, sometimes act out of emotion and lose control of my frame. But also as experience, you know, tends to strike me in a sense, I tend to learn from these lessons that, you know, that have hit me as an adolescent or a teenager or early in my 20s. You know, I have grown into that frame, that masculine frame. I have been able to develop it through these experiences that I have dealt with. So a lot of these YouTubers who are very young, they have not gone through enough experiences. So when they deal with a problem, they're first, you know, they act on their impulses, right? They try to project to their audience that, oh, I'm a masculine alpha man, you know, I have my shit together, blah 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 blah. But when something pops off, bro, they want to get all emotional. They want to start throwing shit. They want to start throwing temper tantrums and all that, bro. They want to start just getting out of their masculine nature. They want to start acting like a female out here, bro. Start throwing temper tantrums like a damn female. Like, come on now. Like, come on, that's not the way to handle your shit, bro. But like I said, if you know that you're not emotionally strong, okay, and it's okay to admit that you are weak. It's okay to admit, but do not try to lie. Do not try to finesse people on YouTube thinking that you are this strong alpha leader when in reality, you are going through some shit yourself. You are dealing with bad times right now. You need to be real with yourself and be real with your audience. Listen, I ain't got my shit together. Okay, I ain't got it all figured out. I'm still emotional. I'm still weak. I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to develop on. I have a lot to experience. So I'm not to a point where I can teach people how to be a masculine man. I'm not at a point to where, I can teach people how to maintain masculine frame. Don't try to lie to yourself like that, bro. Don't lie to yourself. Before I had a YouTube page, bro, I was very emotional. I was very weak-minded. I was very pessimistic, okay? I complained about almost every fucking thing in life. But I was doing minimal effort to actually change my situation. So, before I can even hop on YouTube and start lecturing people and shit, I had to first get myself right. I had to first go through my own shit, go through my own experiences. I had to first start developing what I'm practicing. Practicing masculine, holding your masculine frame. Before I can really talk about this shit, I had to master it myself. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be put through a lot more situations in life. I'm gonna be put through a lot more shit that's gonna challenge my masculine frame. So don't be fooled. Don't think, just because you mastered your masculine frame and shit, don't think that you will not be faced with a lot of challenges in the future. Because whatever is going to happen, whatever obstacles come into your way, just know that is going to challenge your masculine frame. So, I'm not trying to put nobody on blast, but I'm just saying, if you're going to talk about masculine frame, if you're going to talk about being an alpha male, practice what you preach behind closed doors, especially. Make sure you have your bases covered as a man. Make sure that you know how to manage your emotions before you start hopping on the internet and start lecturing people on how to control and manage their emotions. If you don't know how to manage your own fucking emotions, don't tell me how to manage my fucking emotions. Don't tell me how to fucking do shit if you ain't got your bases covered. And that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Okay? When I hop on YouTube, I want to make sure that I'm talking about shit that I'm already fucking doing in my life. I don't just talk about shit that I'm not doing in my life that I don't already act on. If I'm going to talk about it, I better make sure that I'm acting on it first before I go and start lecturing people. Because when you just talk about shit to people and you're trying to lecture people, you're trying to educate people, but you don't know the one thing about what you are trying to lecture to the person or to an audience, you could possibly lead people astray by not having enough knowledge on what you are talking about, what you're speaking about. So be careful who you subscribe to, be careful who you follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying, bro. Don't be careful who you follow out here, bro. Because everybody wants to project being an alpha. But as an alpha, do you know how to control your emotions? Do you know how to manage your emotions? Do you know how to handle yourself in a situation, in a real life situation? Do you know how to control the situation and find a solution to that problem? So don't project this alpha mindset. Don't try to be an alpha person or even try to project yourself as a grown man if you do not know how to manage your emotions, because one of the very important things to know to how to be a man, how to be a grown man. And y'all youngins better be listening to this, man. Y'all young boys better be listening to this, man. One of the most important things to being a grown man, okay, especially in your 20s, is to control your emotions. Manage your emotions as a man. Start developing emotional intelligence. Y'all hearing me? In your 20s, it's very important for you to develop emotional intelligence. So that's all I got for y'all, man. I hope y'all take that and apply it. And don't be fooled. Don't be finessed. Life is always gonna put a lot of shit in front of you that you have to overcome, and you're going to be challenged. I've been challenged a lot in my life. I've been challenged a lot last year. I've been challenged many years of my life, bro. I'm 25 now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still young. I still got a lot to learn. But in my 20s, I have really worked hard on my mental health, and I've worked very hard to control my emotions and to master masculine frame at this age. So yeah, I can speak on this shit because I know what it's like to lose control and also gain control. So with that being said, man, like, subscribe, and share the video, man. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'm out, man. Peace.